to me because I am seeing here a trend. I mean, if you go to check the aluminum recycling rates in the United States, let's talk about UBC, used beverage can, the cans that you are using for drink, whatever liquid or you want to drink, right? It's 40%. Here in the United States, the recycling rate is 40%. So 60% are going to landfills. And I don't know if you are aware of this, but we have 90 million tons of aluminum in the landfills in the US that we can dig up to reuse it. So I can imagine that these type of material that are more expensive and way more complicated to work with are going to landfills. How is the treatment when we send this material to a landfill? Because it's not a simple material, it's almost on the nuclear type, right?
No, it's fairly benign.
Okay.
Like the catalytic converter is a fairly benign. Your
Got it.
silicon carbide is a benign thing.
Yes,
The precious
I use
metals
silicon carbide in some application.
yeah. So that sort of thing isn't. But anytime you've got any metals in landfill, I mean, rainwater stuff, all those oxidizing, all those types of things, they can cause issues there.
Right.
But I wouldn't classify it up on the high toxic. And it's like anything, anything that we've processed as a mankind, when we put it in the ground, we cause issues with groundwater, just because it's not supposed to run through that stuff.
Right. So your company saw an opportunity and you are walking in that direction. How the process works?
So it's a simple but complex.
Okay.
It's from the 10,000-foot view, it's a very simple process. Getting it to work efficiently is the complexity of what we do. So what we do is proprietary. So I'm going to be a little bit vague, but give you the highlights of it. Fundamentally, we take the material, our partner grounds it into a fine powder that has the precious metals in it. We then put that into a chemical leach to separate out the precious metals from the substrate.
Right.
We separate those solids and liquids. The liquid now is a precious metal bearing liquid, which we call a PLS, a pregnant leach solution. So we then take that pregnant leach solution and we run it through what is effectively commonly called Merrill-Crowe precipitation, which allows us to drop the precious metals out of solution into what we call a black powder. So it's a dirty concentrate. That dirty concentrate is a high percentage precious metal material that we ship to a refinery, who then processes it, upgrades it to 99% pure metal, which is then available to sell into the commodities market.
Right. Is the refining process chemical process or is a melting process or?
They use a little bit of both. I think, so it depends on which metal they're going after.